Hello everyone, I'm Sanjeev Kumar at Plutus IAS. Now, go with India's role in global climate agreement means what is the role, what is the contribution of India in global climate agreement. In this lecture, we are going to understand how real is the threat of climate change. Climate change क्या क्या real threat है, क्या इसके impact हैं, what kind of different agreement we did nationally and internationally, how much we are contributing to the global warming, how much we are emitting different kind of greenhouse gases, what is zero emission, by what time we are going to achieve this net zero emission, what are different international platform that created by India, especially with respect to climate change. So all such things we comprehensively will discuss within this lecture. Okay, so let's go with this climate change. Climate warrior. India being the climate warrior. And very traditional dhoti. So let's understand rich nation generally doing various kind of conference or agreement and very luxury and air conditioner hotels where India is being participate with a white kurta or dhoti having a knee mistake and moving with very warm namaste gesture. Then India saying to the rich nation, although we are not the part of problem, although we haven't created the problem, what rich nation has created over past 200 plus years. Yet we are the solutions. Our tradition, our customs, our way of lifestyle, our culture, our development with respect to sustainability, the concept of sustainability is generally towards the solution. India during ancient time provided zero to the globe. Now India going to provide zero emission to the globe in near future. India, one of the big aspirations, hope across different other developing countries that India can lead in several missions, targets to achieve net zero emissions. Now, what is the reality? Reality kya hai? Reality is that most of the rich nation, over 150 plus years, they are continuously emitting too much carbon dioxide, too much various other global greenhouse gases. Now, if you are not aware about the global greenhouse gases, what is greenhouse effect? So just simplifying this, what is global greenhouse gases? So global greenhouse gases are such gases that present in our atmosphere, primarily within troposphere, which are responsible for increase in the temperature. Now, how this temperature increases? This is very simple phenomena. Suppose that there is a home built with a glass. ये कांच का home है, and this is the sun. Now, sun rays are moving towards this home. They likely to be enter with this glass, but what happens when they want to return? When they want to return back, then this glass does not allow them to return back. Then they are retaliating. So it created increase in the temperature. Now, how much increase in the temperature? At present, you can say we are very close to pre-industrial time period, means 1850 to 90s. में जो भी temperature था, we are now around 1.4 something plus degree Celsius. Very near, by 2029, we likely to be cross this 1.4 degree Celsius or 1.5 degree Celsius that we put the limit. So greenhouse gases may be water vapor, CO2, SO2, NOx, COX, या chlorofluorocarbon, hexafluoride, methane. All such gases are global greenhouse gases that generally produced naturally in less quantity but more nowadays through anthropogenic activities. Due to continuous burning of fossil fuels, we are producing lot of greenhouse gases. तो हम बहुत सारी greenhouse gases produce कर रहे हैं. So reality क्या है? From last 150 years, we have produced lot of greenhouse gases. Now, climate change is the real threat. We are noticing that rapid melting of the glaciers. Glaciers बहुत ज़्यादा rapid melt हो रहे हैं. There is rise in the temperature. There is rise in the sea level. More floods, more frequent bad weather conditions, erratic monsoon, or cyclonic phenomena, yeah, different other weather phenomena or catastrophe, including forest fire, etc., we are continuously noticing. Okay. So our target is what? 0. This is our target. We provided 0 during ancient time period, and by 2070, we also likely to be provided net 0. Now, all these nations generally from last 50 years, they are doing carbon party. They are doing carbon party. They entirely spread carbon garbage across the globe. Now they are saying to India, please be responsible, please be contribute in cleaning all this carbon mess. Okay. India said that we did not celebrate this carbon party. We were very much conventional, traditional, nature-friendly country, which generally believe in overall health of the nation as well as individuals. We have not created this carbon mess. You have created this carbon mess. Now we need to do a lot of developmental activities. We need to construct our home. And you are asking, let's cut emission, do not construct your home, do not do developmental activities, especially with this carbon emission. So we are not the part of this problem, but you are making us accountable for this problem. Now, look at CBRD. Now, what is this? This is common but differentiated responsibility. Common but differentiated responsibility. Means responsibility is common. Common for all. Common responsibility means all countries, including India, as well as developed and poor countries, including some African countries, they all are responsible for change in the climate. But everybody, not everybody is equally responsible. लेकिन सारे लोग equally responsible नहीं हैं. Means there are certain countries which need to be responsible more. USA, UK, yeah, most of European countries, they must be responsible more. India, China, most of the poor African nations generally need to be responsible less. So common but differentiated responsibilities. Developed nation has contributed more. They do more carbon emission. They need to provide more fund. They need to curb more emission. They should share all such green technology, clean technology. They must take a strong action against the climate change, while poor nations should be provided assistance of fund, assistance of technology, assistance of various kind of combined effort, etc. So here, developing countries need to fulfill their responsibilities, but they should have flexibilities. Let's allow flexibilities to developed nation, because they have not contributed what generally the rich nations have contributed. Now, looking for different important international agreement. Our topic here was India's role in global climate agreement. So let's go for India's contribution. India's contribution in global climate agreements. Global climate agreements. Okay, so in 2015, we did Paris Agreement. 2015, Conference of Party 21, we did Paris Agreement. Within this Paris Agreement, what international countries did big claim? Means in this Paris Agreement, generally, international countries, especially the largest one, they realize that climate threat is very real, very close. So world gathered to tackle this very serious problem by climate agreement. Let's stop Earth from turning into a giant tandoor. Let's not make Earth more warm. It is like when a person generally suffer from the fever, उसका body temperature थोड़ा बढ़ जाता है. जब कभी कोई fever से suffer करता है तो body temperature बढ़ जाता है. Similarly, when Earth is suffering from various greenhouse gases, Earth का temperature थोड़ा सा बढ़ गया है. Before Earth become too hot to bear the temperature, before a final catastrophe related to too hot temperature, let's come for the solution. थोड़ा solution की तरफ move करें. So this Paris Agreement held that limit temperature at 1.5 degrees Celsius. Limit your temperature at 1.5 degrees Celsius before pre-industrial time period, primarily 1850 to 1900. That is the time period practically considered as industrial era, या before industrial era. Or generally, anyhow, stop rise in temperature at 2 degrees Celsius after industrial time period, yeah, with respect to pre-industrial time period. So different countries across the globe, they generally draw a Lakshman Rekha. उन्होंने एक लक्ष्मण रेखा ड्रॉ कर दी कि इससे आगे और नहीं. We have already contributed a lot in terms of losing various kind of natural phenomena, yeah, generally disturbing our environment where we can live more comfortably along with natural development. Now, India's contribution and Paris Agreement. अब Paris Agreement में इंडिया क्या क्या contribution है? Looking at it, India's contribution. इंडिया ने किस तरह contribute किया in Paris Agreement? What tall claim India made? India held that reduce emission intensity. Emission intensity को reduce करना है. Now, what does mean by emission intensity? We need to reduce it, means per capita GDP emission, means pollution per unit GDP. We need to reduce it 30 to 35%. 30 to 35% by 2030. लगभग 2030 तक हमें ये 30 to 35% reduce करना है. That is India's big claim, tall claim. India held that we will do development, but with less emission. Means हम development को stop नहीं कर सकते और पूरी तरह से अभी control भी नहीं कर सकते हैं सारा कुछ emission. तो क्या करेंगे इसमें? We generally reduce our emission with respect to development and try to adopt more green and clean technology which can support an effective development. Now, India held that 40% of power generation, 40% जो power generation होगा वो generally non-fossil fuel से होगा, non-fossil fuel. Now what does mean by fossil fuel? Fossil fuels generally the fuels which derived from natural reserves, especially the coal as well as petroleum. Means by burning coal, petroleum product including petrol, diesel, kerosene, etc. Whatever energy we are producing, we will cut it 40%. We will cut up to 40%, and this is also same by 2030. 2030 तक हमें ये करना है. So India held that we will bring more solar power, wind power, hydropower, and generally cut all such emission by increasing clean or green energy. Now, further India held that we will do plant more. Plant more. Now, how this plant more help? It is just sink of carbon. One of the best sink for the carbon in the air, either the forest or the wetland. या तो forest हो सकते हैं या wetland हो सकते हैं. Okay, या oceans or different other water bodies, they are excellent sink. If we want to reduce the carbon, generally do more afforestation, reforestation. Okay, and some of the plant, especially steel manufacturing plant, या power producing plant, etc. They what do? They generally put some of the plants, yeah, do plantation in nearby area so that environment should remain clean and so that pollution should be remain under control. Yeah, whatever they are releasing extra, that can be reduced up to limit. Now, moving towards ISA, International Solar Alliance, ISA. This is the pioneer move of India plus France. Means we are not just the follower, rather India is a leader here. We are leading this ISA agreement, International Solar Alliance Agreement. Here we are leading 120 plus countries. Especially all these countries generally within tropics. Once question was also asked by UPSC that in ISA, which part of planet countries generally participated? So within tropics means Tropic of Cancer or Tropic of Capricorn. So most of the countries generally they belongs to in tropics, means from Tropic of Cancer to equator to Tropic of Capricorn. Why they belongs to? Because this is the torrid zone which receive maximum amount of sunlight throughout the year. In above areas than Tropic of Cancer or lower areas than Tropic of Capricorn, generally throughout the year significant amount of sunlight is not received. Further, the intensity of sun rays is quite poor, so it is not suitable. So India held that let's unite all sunny countries. Let's unite all sunny countries of the world, not for the war, but for solar power. Let's unite all sunny countries of the world within the tropics, not for war, but for solar power. Let's share technology, let's share money, let's share knowledge, let's share human effort and build the solar power across the globe. So India and France get together and said, यार everyone is fighting for fossil fuel. सब कोई fossil fuel के लिए fight कर रहा है, but let's fight for sunlight. Sunlight is pouring free. Each and every day, there is tremendous amount of sunlight which is pouring down, complete free, but nobody is fighting for it. So let's together, join hand together to fight for the solar power. Now, अगर ISA का हम headquarter देखें, since India is a leader, so that's why we have built its headquarter in Gurugram. Gurugram, हरियाणा में हमने इसका headquarter बनाया हुआ है. This fact might be important for your exam perspective. Okay. Now, what are key objective of this ISA? International Solar Alliance के key objective क्या हैं? What are key objectives of it? So key objective of ISA to get solar panel cheaper. Solar panel generally the initial cost because of advanced technologies, because of low availability, because of lack of resources, etc. Generally, solar power panel cost is very high, so make it cheaper. Get loan for solar panels. Like provide loan for solar park. Build solar park including in desert areas. In those areas which are generally considered as just wasteful land. Now, further, ISA ka program is also to provide training. Now, India is leading this training drive, providing training to different other countries how to build mini solar park that might be independent or make a village independent for its solar or energy requirement. Means, let's develop mini solar park for self-dependency of a village. एक छोटे गांव के लिए सेल्फ डिपेंडेंट बनाने के लिए लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड या बिल्ड कैपेसिटी टू डेवलप अ मिनी पार्क. फर्दर, इंडिया इज ऑल्सो प्रोवाइडिंग टेक्निक या नॉलेज अंडरस्टैंडिंग या जनरली बिल्डिंग कैपेसिटी so that schools, hospitals, educational institutions, as well as certain other important public institutions, they can generally operate it fully with the solar light. Then India also used to train the local youths so that each and every area likely to be get benefit of such clean and green energy. Now, looking for climate justice. Climate justice. You have already understood social justice. Probably आपने social justice पढ़ा होगा. Let's go for climate justice. ये climate justice क्या है? India became a leader and a state of follower in securing climate justice. Let's allow poor countries to have access to fund. Let's allow poor countries access for the technology. Let's allow poor countries good training. Let's allow poor countries barrier-free trade and all such promotion of clean and green energy. Now, you should be proud over India that India is third largest installed capacity या installed renewable capacity in the world. Now, your inquisitive mind might looking for answer, which is the largest one. So largest one is of course China. China is contributing near about 1400 gigawatt, while US has installed renewable capacity around 400 gigawatts, after that 232 gigawatts. India 232 gigawatts installed capacity. India has built. Brazil followed by Brazil 180 gigawatts and followed by Germany 160 gigawatts. So you should be proud that you are third largest solar renewable installed capacity in the world. Now, what is the target? हमारा target क्या है? What is the target? Target is for generation of 500 gigawatt renewable energy by 2030. That is our target, especially non-fossil fuel based energy by 2030. India power grid will bloom, we are light up just like a Diwali by 2030, when we will achieve this target of 500 gigawatts. And current government is very enthusiastic with generally good steps as well as good initiatives and putting a lot of effort to achieve this target very soon. We have built 100 plus solar park. We have already built it. So commendable job done by India and with the support of government of India, primarily environment minister. Okay, now moving towards wind energy. We have also targeted wind energy within it. Means not only the solar power, but wind energy. So India has installed giant wind turbines across generally coastal regions of Tamil Nadu, Gujarat, Maharashtra, and some different other states. Generally southern India, especially peninsular India, close to coastal area is more suitable for generation of wind energy. Okay, so in 2021, when there was conference of party, in 2021, when there was 26 conference of party, it took place in Glasgow. जब ये ग्लासगो में हो रही थी, means after major event या summit in Paris, another summit is Glasgow summit. So conference of party 26, here India promise Panch Amrit. Panch Amrit promises. Now what are these Panch Amrit promises? You can also remember that. The very first is 500 gigawatt non-fossil fuel energy. 500 gigawatt non-fossil fuel energy. Second one, 50% reduction. 50% reduction from renewable energy. From renewable energy. Okay. Third one, reduced emission by 1 billion ton. 1 billion ton emission need to be reduced. Then net zero by 2000. Net zero by 2070. 2070 तक हमको net zero achieve करना है. Now climate diplomacy. Look at climate diplomacy. So from yoga to different kind of summit. Climate diplomacy. From yoga to various yojana, we did excellent diplomacy. Just like we celebrated Yoga Day. For what purpose? There is lifestyle which highly influence carbon footprint. Your lifestyle may lead to high or low contribution in carbon emission. Suppose that you are going for gym, not by riding a bicycle. Rather, you are going by car. Although you targeted that you want to physically fit yourself, but inside gym, you are running bicycle or bike. Outside, you are going from the car. So that is what lifestyle it is. For nearby Kirana store, just it is 50 meters away from your home, your destination. You are just turning on your motorcycle, bike, and then you are moving over there, just contributing more carbon emission. Further, you are burning fossil fuels for preparing your food in a state of some clean and green energy. Okay, so all such things are part of your basic lifestyle. So yoga generally promoted all such lifestyle which is supportive in nature. Further, after yoga, FAME India, the very popular scheme. This FAME India generally led to faster adoption and manufacturing of hybrid and electric vehicles. So government of India derived lot of electric vehicles. Generally in NCR, nowadays you notice lot of electric vehicles. Karnataka government also in bulk give project for production of all such electric vehicles. Ujala, government of India provided Ujala schemes especially for providing LED bulb, which are more sustainable, generally climate friendly. And there are certain smart city project. A smart city product of government of India, where government of India generally promoting tech-savvy or eco-friendly various schemes. Now, we are generally asking from developed nation, do not ask us to sacrifice over the development or at altering of guilt. Our per capita emission is far, far less. So do not ask us to compromise our development. Our per capita emission is far, far less than any other developed nation. So that's all in today's lecture. See you in next lecture with new topic, with new energy. Thank you.